2 days ago, the National Policing Institute released a new report. The title alone should get the attention of every chief and sheriff in the country. American policing is adopting AI faster than it can govern it. The report draws from an April 2026 Executive and Leaders Roundtable in San Francisco, hosted by Microsoft. That brought together chiefs, sheriffs, senior command staff, crime analysts, and technology officers from more than a dozen agencies across the country. Large urban departments, small city agencies, regional sheriff's offices. This wasn't a vendor conference. This was command staff talking honestly about where their profession actually is. The findings paint a specific picture. 3 numbers worth knowing. 83% of participating agencies had formally deployed at least one AI tool, and every agency represented had some form of AI presence. Every single one. 44% had done 0 AI-specific training for any personnel. Not reduced training, none. Officers and deputies are using these tools, officially or on personal devices, with no guidance from the agencies. And 61% had designated a person or committee for AI governance. The report specifically notes that designation alone doesn't answer the harder questions. Who approves specific use cases, what the audit trail requires, and what happens when the AI output is wrong. One of the roundtable participants, a command staff member speaking under Chatham House rules, said something that I think every chief and sheriff needs to hear. Leadership needs to get on board now because our officers and deputies are using it. They may not be using it per policy. They may not be using it with anybody's approval, but they are using it, and it is going to be sooner or later before it bites us. That came from inside the room, from somebody already there. One of the most important sections of the report addresses public trust, and it frames it not as a PR consideration, but as a precondition for responsible deployment. NPI President James Birch put it directly. Agencies must engage the community early and consistently in the AI adoption process, before deployment, not after an incident forces the conversation. And that's the piece most agencies are skipping entirely. When AI fails publicly, a wrongful arrest, an edited evidence photo, a biased output, the damage to public trust is compounded when leadership can't explain how the tool was governed before it ever went into use. The report also makes a comparison that should become comfortable for American law enforcement. The United Kingdom's National Police Chiefs Council has published a governing covenant with 6 principles every force must follow: lawful, transparent, explainable, responsible, accountable, and robust. Every force, a national standard. The NPI report states directly, no American law enforcement agency has, to our knowledge, developed a proven, replicable accountability framework for AI that can serve as a field-wide standard. Not one. In a country with more than 18,000 law enforcement agencies. So here's where the profession stands right now, in August of 2026. 83% of agencies are using AI. 44% have trained nobody. No national standard exists. The NPI report isn't calling for prohibition. It's calling for organizational readiness, governance, training, community engagement, and accountability before the next incident makes those things harder to build. That's not a future conversation. That's right now. The report makes the case for leadership awareness as the starting point. That's the conversation. WebBot IQ Public Safety is built to support. If your agency hasn't started this conversation yet, this report is a good reason to start it this week. The link is in the description.